Okay, everybody, it is that time. Welcome everyone to our Artist Fireside Chat with Hilen Godoy. Did I say your name correctly? Oh, it just cut off a little bit. Hold up.
Oh.
But yes, we are here with Hilen Godoy. She's from Argentina. She's a featured artist with Zonted, which is how I found her work. And I was like, wow, she's awesome. So we're really happy to have you here.
Oh, I'm so happy too.
Yes, thank you. So yeah, just the first question is like, how did you get into making art?
Well, since I was a little girl, I used to draw a lot, but I think that the click was just as an adult. I was working as a graphic designer at the time in an advertisement agency, and when I just finished that, I would go to my home and work to like freelance stuff. And I've started like designing some flyers for a party in Buenos Aires, and I started like with a little bit of um, little draws and stuff like that, and then it came like more and more complex and like yeah, the party was like all Fridays, and all Fridays I would design the flyer, and the illustrations were super complex, and I just realized I really enjoyed more illustrating than designing, and that was like okay, maybe I have to go this way.
Wow, that's so cool. I actually come from a similar background. I work in advertising and kind of started making art more. That's cool. And so, what have been your creative influences? Like, who inspires you?
Like in crypto art world, or just in general?
Anywhere, yeah. It could be another crypto artist or traditional artist, or
Okay, well, I have
a non-artist too. Could be
I have
music.
like both. Yeah, music. Oh my god, I could be hours talking about that. But like graphic or visual artists, I really enjoy reading graphic novels and comics, and I'm like a real fan of that. And well, my two biggest influencing artists, I don't know how to say it. Sorry. One is Ben Montero. I think he's like Greek or something. He's like he does these cute animals that have like a really like sensitive dialogues, and it's amazing. And sometimes it's like really gross. No, it's not like super tender all the time. And then I wish I could. Well, maybe then I'll just write some links, so you
Yeah,
can watch them, or see
yeah.
their work.
And I
And the
could
other one, yeah.
I was gonna say you can share your screen if you want to show if there's anything specific that you'd like to show us, like that maybe you can point to, like, oh yeah, this is like showing some of that influence.
Okay.
Yeah, if you want to do that, I'm gonna stop sharing, and
Yeah.
everybody click on Hilen.
Okay, let me see.
She gets ready. Just show your Instagram for now.
Okay.
Too.
Are you watching? Can you see it?
I'm watching. I can see. Yeah. Everyone else, you good? Anyone need a screenshot for directions? We got you. Perf. Okay.
So he does these
Oh.
kind of things that it's just, I don't know. It's super
I feel that duck.
emotional. Yeah.
I've been
And yeah, I want to, like, for example, this is, I don't know. It's amazing for me. I like him every single post he just upload. And then I wanted to show you Simon. I don't know how to. Okay, Simon Hanselmann. I don't know.
Yeah, you said it
He's
perfectly.
like really famous. I don't know if you know him.
The work looks familiar.
So he does like in quarantine. He has been like drawing all day, just uploading like mini short comics. I think that in some month it's going to be like a full book, and it was amazing. I mean, it's like really edgy, and I don't know, maybe not for all audience, but
Oh
I
yeah,
don't know.
not
I
safe.
love
Not
him.
safe for work.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah. And yeah. Sorry, what were you gonna say?
No. Maybe just I will stop sharing, and I wanted to tell you the in the crypto art world, I really like Milton Sanz. Maybe you know him. He's a 3D artist. He's on Super Rare. No narrations. He's like really, 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 really good. I mean, I'm super amazed. He's super. He has a lot of details, and yeah, I don't know. I now my mind is like blank, but I have a lot.
That's okay. That's really common for a lot of our artists. They're like, I forget who like they just blank. It's totally cool.
Yeah.
But yeah. Right now, everybody, I'm sharing just Helene's Instagram, and just a fair warning. A lot of Helene's subject matter is some of it is sexual in nature. So if you're at work or you have kids around or your grandma's there or something, like there might be some boobs or something like that. But it's really beautiful work. I promise you that. So yeah, just look out if you have anyone looking over your shoulder that would not approve of such things.
We warn you.
So we warned you. So how did you get introduced to the world of NFTs? Because it's like, yeah.
Oh my god, it was like June of 2020, and it was Milton Sanz. In fact, we used to work together in an advertisement agency some time ago, and he was like uploading these 3D art pieces to his Instagram, and I was like, whoa, man, what are you doing? This is so amazing. And we were talking, and I was talking to him and telling him I wasn't having a good time in my work. It was lots of hours, and of course the money was not so good, and stuff like that. And then he told me, listen, I have to show you something. I know it's going to be crazy, but you have to you have to see it. You have to enter in this world. And at the beginning, he tried to explain me, and I was like, no, I don't understand what you're saying. It's super crazy. And I don't know it. Then about 3 months later, I was like, okay, or 2 months or 1 month. Now I don't remember, but I was like, okay, Milton, how can I apply? What do I have to do to begin? And he really guided me. And yeah, that was that was the start. I just sent the video to Super Rare, and the other week I was just in Super Rare, so they accept me.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Did you have any? I mean, you said at first you were like, "No, this doesn't make sense to me. I don't want to do it." Do you want to share a little bit about like what your concerns were before you started creating NFTs?
Yeah, because at that time I was thinking, but I don't know these people. Who is these people? And why would they buy my art? I don't know. It's like kind of weird. But if you think it's not weird at all. It's just
No.
like making a community and bonding with people from all over the world, and then that fear became like I don't know, like encouragement. That it was at first, for starters, I mean, I I didn't have a clue what crypto was. I knew it was there, like Bitcoin and stuff like that, but that was all I knew. And that was like scary too for me, because it's like from zero, from scratch, something really, really new.
Yeah, and it's a very, I feel like the NFT community is a lot more welcoming and supportive than at least the experience that I had with traditional art world. It's
Yeah.
yeah.
That's it's super different. I mean, it's kind of like a place where I don't know if everyone, but almost everyone can share their art, and it's not something that happens like in the real life. Commissions, how you say it?
Yeah,
Well,
commissions.
yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, sorry.
no, I think you might have been saying what I was going to say is, you make a commission when you sell in a gallery, and then if the collector sells it, you don't get anything for it
Uh-huh.
in the
Yeah,
future,
yeah.
And now it's like forever, whoever owns your piece, no matter how many hands that it
Mhm.
passes through, you will still make some money, which is like super fucking cool.
It's amazing. I mean,
I still can't get over it.
yeah.
I actually was gonna ask.
Yeah.
First of all, I love Sade, so this was super cool
I
to
love
see
her.
in your collection. And let me go back up to this piece. I thought this was really beautiful. This rotoscope piece.
No, thank you.
I wanted to ask, like, what was the process in creating that?
Well, rotoscope. Do you know what rotoscope is about? It's like making like layers of onion. From it's like It's a frame by frame animation, and the process is really, really long. And sometimes you just want to quit and do another thing, like a static thing. But yeah, it's a long process, and you have to, like, maybe from a video, just draw frame by frame, and then just watch it, like, and see if it makes sense, because sometimes it's like, oh no, like this finger is almost like I don't know, more left than right, and it has to be right, and blah blah blah. Yeah, the process is really long, but I don't know, I really enjoy it, like at the end, I mean, because in the middle the process was like, oh my god, when it's going to be over. But yeah.
I feel like it was worth the effort in the end.
Yeah.
Like, rotoscope and stop animation, that's always very painstaking process, but it's so
Yeah, pain.
rewarding in the end. Like, it's very beautiful to look at.
Yeah.
And yeah, you work with a lot of themes involving like femininity and the experience of being a woman, and like women's issues and sexuality.
Yeah.
And it's like all topics that can like make people uncomfortable, like
I know.
this is the abortion pill, but like I mean, what is it like for you to share these vulnerable topics through your art? Like, I feel like it takes a lot of courage to even just talk about these things, let alone
Oh,
create art that's very authentic like this.
I mean, it's scary to post them, but by the time I post them, I know that I have been through a lot of reflection and thinking, and maybe if it's not a personal experience, learning about it, listening about it, reading about it. So when I post them, I know I'm really confident with the result and with what I want to transmit or communicate. But it's definitely scary, and but at the same time, it happens that, I mean, I think all personal issues, that these topics that are really important or really like I don't know how to say it, like difficult, when you share them, and when you expose them, I don't know if the word is expose, but when you share them, you just realize it's like a collective theme. It's and that's where the synergy of art, I think, it emerges, because maybe you think you have this problem, and you maybe draw, or maybe, I don't know, write about it, and you upload it, and then you realize there's a lot of people that have been through the same thing, or are are having those issues too, and you just feel less alone in a way, you know.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I think it's true. Like, at first, before you share something that's vulnerable, it's really scary. And then you just get that one person, even if it's just one person, if they say, oh my God, like, me too.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it feels good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, we have a question from Arona. She said,
Okay.
in your works, we often meet characters with a cigarette. Is it because you like to smoke?
I do smoke. I'm not proud, but yeah, I smoke.
We all have our vices.
Yeah. Cope
Yeah,
mechanism.
me too. I like the occasional cigarette. With quarantine, I have to admit, I'm smoking cigarettes more than I would
Oh,
like to
me
admit.
too. Me too.
It's
It
just
was
like
awful.
something to do. It's like something to do with your hands.
Yeah.
Right. Oh, that's funny. This picture here is has some quarantine images in it
Yeah.
also. um, and so, which of your pieces would you say is the most like personally meaningful for you? I mean, they're all pretty personal, but
Yeah, they are pretty personal. I mean, because my themes are so like daily basis problems or feelings. But I would say maybe the abortion one, because um, I don't know, it was quite like moving, um, and that was like really difficult. I mean, I posted and I just leave the phone because I didn't want to. I didn't want to say
right?
anything. Like, I was, oh my god, no. And it was
Yeah.
a really like hype team at that time, you know. And and of course you have that is like a really political theme, and not all people will agree with my vision. And yeah, that was like the most like personal, and really like, that was the one that I said, oh my god, I don't know if I should post this. But I just uploaded, and a week later, here in Argentina, abortion became legal, and that was like, woo. We made it.
Yay! That's great.
Yeah.
And I'm sure it's like scary to to post it and like hold your breath and hoping people understand, like
Hmm.
this is important.
Yeah, and that piece in particular shows like the the process of just abortion, and I just wanted to transmit that, like the scary part of it. I mean, it's like almost 100% scary, but I just wanted to transmit that, like
This piece.
pills and hospitals and that things that are super dark for me. I don't know. And
Yeah, I mean, even in just the gesture of the feet, like in the
Mhm.
waiting room, you really get the sense that they're nervous, and it's not an easy decision. It's not something that people ever want to have to face that decision, like no matter what. And yeah, I think people need to
Exactly. Yeah.
understand. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It's very brave of you to share it, I think.
Thank you.
Um, and do you have any like process videos that you could that you'd like to
Yeah, I
share with
have,
us?
like, in highlights. Do you want me to transmit my share my
Yes.
screen, or?
Yeah, that'll be easier. And I'm sorry if I'm scrolling fast, guys. I was trying to find the pieces that Helene was talking about. So if I make you dizzy, just yell at me
It's in
or
my
something.
profile, in my Instagram. If you maybe. Okay.
Boop, boop.
Let
Here,
me see.
you can share.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Watching the stream.
So here are lots of work in progress videos, or maybe images. These are really, really old. When I was like designing more, I was like making a workshop, an editorial workshop at that time. This is well, difficult topics all the time.
That's great though.
Yeah, this is in a festival in Buenos Aires. They just invite me to make an intervention, and I did like a paste up.
I was gonna ask if that was a mural or if you printed it out.
No,
It's
no,
hard though.
it's like print, and it's a paste up. So yeah. The difficult part of it was like designing it, because of the size of the canvas. Yeah, here is like more of the digital work. Another paste up, some stickers. This was also this is a commissioned work I've done for a book from a really like big magazine here in Argentina, and it was about body, and there were like different stories from different writers, and the writer I had was like this trans girl, and she was talking about like the I don't know how to oh my god, like the operation, and it was like really, really like powerful, and I had to like the illustrations for that.
Wow.
Yeah, then this is like, okay, sometimes a pencil.
Wow, that's cool. And do you often like start in pencil and then you trace in Illustrator, or like?
um like if I wanted to be, like digital, I just start in my iPad, and
Oh,
that's about it. But because when I do it in like analogic way, I really like the feeling of the analogic. So I don't like to okay, so maybe I did it in Photoshop a little bit, but just that's about it. Well,
yeah, yeah, I understand. Like there's something that feels good about pencil on paper, or like the texture of
yeah,
paint.
yeah,
Like,
the texture,
mhm.
and
And
yeah,
sorry, go
I
on.
no, I wanted to show you like some
Oh,
when
it's
I me
beautiful.
sale el español, um, some more with pencil. Okay, these are more like experimental things.
They're beautiful
Oh,
experiments.
thank you. um, yeah, like this is me like in a more free way, like just
Mm.
letting my hand guide.
Yeah, that's always fun to do.
Yeah, it really works
Uh,
if you're like stuck in and you don't know what to do. You're just like take the pencil and start doing something. I know it
yeah,
sounds like so easy. I know it isn't, but sometimes it works.
yeah.
Um,
Do you have any other like anything else that you do to like trick your brain into creating something? Like, do you ever get stuck and like don't know what to draw, but it'll make you feel better? Like,
all the
what
time.
else do you do? Yeah.
All the time. I mean, the blank page is so scary, but what I like to do is just put music, good music that you like, that you makes you wanna dance, and then just take the pencil and just like how do you say, like make it. A ver, let me see. Um, just scroll, scroll the page with like, yeah, with lines or whatever. It doesn't have
Mhm.
to have a meaning or sense, and just to free the hand, and then maybe something like happens in your brain, and something unblocks, and yeah, that really helps me. Oh, I have a lot of these. Maybe do you want me to just stop sharing?
No, no, please keep sharing.
Okay.
We love to see this kind of stuff here.
This was
Um,
like a collaboration. This was for a collaboration. I'm in a collective of NFTs, Argentinian artists. Uh, our name is like Crypto Arge because from Argentina, and we made a collaboration in Nifty. It was about chaos, and this was like the process of that piece. These ones.
oh wow, that's really cool. If you want to share the collective in the chat,
Oh
like
yeah.
links to, yeah, yeah, please do.
Okay.
Um, I got distracted by looking at your 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 things that I'm like, what was I going to ask? I have like five questions
Sorry.
in my head at once. No, don't be sorry. I'm just like, wow, this is so cool. Um, so what I wanted to, yeah, that's what I was going to ask you. So what has been like the most like what was the most challenging piece that you've worked on so far?
Well, I think definitely it was it is Hacer un Fuego, that it's the last piece I minted, and the animation, because I've never done, I've never created an animation, and that was really challenging. That was because I had in my mind, like, I want to do something different. Like, I'm stuck. Like, I'm blocking myself. I'm doing all the time the same things, blah blah blah. And I said to myself, okay, let's make an animation. And I really didn't have a clue about it. I just have like a hint in my mind. Um, and then it all went really naturally. I mean, I really like accomplish it, but it was challenging, because it took a lot of time. Generally, my draws, I don't know, maybe they took me 1 day or maybe 2 or 3, but
Wow.
that's like the maximum. And this was like, I don't know, a month or maybe a month and a half. And it was a lot, but it helped me for my like my patience. And there is like the process of it. I don't know if yeah, in the screen. I really like work patience that I don't have. So yeah, that was challenging.
Well,
Okay, this is my
it,
sketchbook. Well, that's all the work in progress for you guys.
that I mean, I'm glad that you worked through that challenge of like your trying your patience and learning a completely new skill.
Yeah.
Like that's really commendable to do that. It's hard to push through that stuff as an artist, and it came out really great,
Oh,
especially
thank
for
you.
your first time. I think so. As an artist too, I'm not the most patient person in the world. So,
I think
but
we
I
are
think
like artists. We are the most patient person in the world.
like we want to be. It would be better for us
Mhm.
if we could be, but it's not really there. But I think that's kind of part of like the secret sauce is like being, having these opposing forces inside of us that like something
Yeah,
comes out of it maybe.
I feel
um,
that thing you just said. Yeah, yeah, totally.
yeah. Do you have any advice for artists who are like, you know, maybe stuck, or even artists that are just starting out in the NFT space or just in creating art in general?
Hmm. Maybe it's an advice I tell myself all the time, but I don't listen to myself.
It's normal.
That I think the one I would say first is, don't compare your process with anyone else's process. It's like your process. In fact, in Hacer un Fuego, in Super Rare, in the description, I put this phrase that is. Let me show you. My internet is so slow. Sorry, guys. Okay, so I
It's okay.
put
Mine is a little too.
Hacer un fuego means to like make a fire or create fire. And the step number 1 is concentrarse en lo suyo. That means focus on yourself, on what you are doing. And then the second one is not no apretar el puño de más. It means like don't push it, it's going to be when it has to be. And I think that's an advice I would tell them, because I don't know, with social media or I don't know, different platforms of crypto art, you are like comparing yourself. At least me in particular, I just end up all the time comparing myself to others. And Hacer un Fuego, it was like this also, like, okay, just focus. It's a really slowly process, and you have to focus on that. And yeah, don't watch all the time what others are doing. Just follow your guts, and don't compare to others.
Yes, that's very great advice. I feel like for me, sometimes I compare, well, like I get inspired by other artists and their talent, and then sometimes I'm like, oh my god, I suck. I need to make more stuff. Like, but
Yeah, you have
coming,
like both sides. Like sometimes you are like, oh my god, this is amazing. This just make me an idea of what I want to do. I don't know, blah blah blah. But sometimes it's like, oh my god, I suck totally.
it's really funny what happens, but like I think that's the best advice is don't compare. In English, there's a saying called we say compare and despair. So
Okay, yeah.
you'll despair if you're comparing too much. So
Yeah.
like you said before, like just put pen to paper, put on some good music, and let yourself just be free. It's
Yeah.
easier said than done, though.
Yeah. I know.
Yeah.
But you have to like find the time also, and not have like the pressure of social media to make something. I think that when you just are thinking about the result, or I don't know, the likes or anything like that, at least for me, those are like the worst the worst art pieces I made.
The ones that you were worried about how people will receive it.
Yeah, or maybe you're thinking like, oh my god, it's been a long time since I don't post anything. I should just post something because algorithms, people will forget me. Yeah.
Yep. Yes, I have the same thought process. We had a question from Arona. Oh wait, where is it? She said, "Were there any things that you fear in the crypto art space? Is there anything that, I guess maybe anything that you're concerned about or afraid of as an artist?"
Yeah, I first like the language because as you can see, or as you can hear, my English is like not so good. And the
You're
other
doing
thing,
great.
oh, thank you. And the other thing, I think, like the collectors. I don't know. I remember at the beginning, I was so afraid of them. Like I was afraid to reach out and to talk to them. I didn't know how to start to talk to them. Of course, I used to have like the fear of maybe people don't like my things, my work, but that like it passed. Sometimes it comes again, but I think that the top fear was like how to reach out to the people, to the community, how to reach out to collectors, and not being invasive, because sometimes I feel like, oh my god, I feel so invasive, like, hi, how are you, I saw your collection, it's awesome, da 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 da. You try to like bond and just maybe just like introduce yourself, because otherwise nothing really happens, I think. I don't know, what do you think about it?
Yeah, no, if you don't promote yourself as an artist, you have to believe in your work as much as other people do, but it takes courage to
Yeah.
contact people and say like, okay, here's my heart and soul. I hope you like it. Like,
Totally. Yeah.
um, I always mess up his name. Achatanga asks, what was your biggest fear when you started, and how did you overcome it?
My biggest fear, I think, well, what I talked just recently, and maybe like all the crypto side of it, that it's like a big side. I really didn't understand a thing about crypto. I've learned a lot, and I'm still learning, but it's like, it's wild, you know? It's super wild. And I really didn't get it. And that was like a logical fear, because you just uh, entering in a world that you really don't know. And that is always scary, you know. It's like exciting, of course. For me it was super exciting, but at the same time it was like, okay, so you don't know anything about cryptocurrency, you have to learn about it, you have to know, I don't know, uh, the price of, or maybe the value that you want to put in your work. And sometimes oh, this was a really fear, like a fear I had at the beginning, that was like, the withdraw. Did I say it correctly? When
Yeah,
they put you a
like,
bid and then they withdraw it, and I was like,
yes,
no, why?
no.
That was super scary, you know. And once I just sold one and just uploaded or minted a new one, and someone just bid on it. I don't know how to say it.
No, no,
And
that was right.
okay.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my god, I had a bid, but maybe they withdraw it, and I don't know, blah blah blah. And that was like scary. But I don't know how I overcome it. Maybe I just said, oh, okay, I can stress all the time that this happens. It's insane, and just like let it go.
Yeah. I mean, it feels like, at least for me, with the things that I'm afraid of or that like confuse me about the NFT space,
Hmm.
I it's like I'll learn I'm still learning, but the fear is still there, but you just keep, I just keep putting myself out there as much as I can. And
Yeah.
it's hard. Like, you just have to let yourself kind of feel it, and then just hold your breath and say, okay, publish, like, or submit.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
you just do it. Like, yeah,
It's
I
about
don't know.
holding your breath. Yeah, that's the secret.
Yeah. Actually, I think it's like, hold your breath, but also breathe. Make sure you breathe.
Yeah.
Drink water, but hold your breath. Huddle breath. Oh my gosh, it's such a paradox to make things and try new things.
Yeah, it
Yeah, I
is.
feel like, but I think, having communities like the whale community, it makes it a lot easier. I think people are just very eager to help and
Yes.
support.
Yeah.
It makes it less scary
Yeah.
than it could be. And so yeah, like, what do you see next for you and your art? Like, where do you see yourself in a couple of years, doing this or doing something different?
I would like a hybrid. I don't know if I say it correctly.
Yeah,
Hybrid.
yeah,
A
hybrid.
hybrid.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Hmm.
like a hybrid between NFTs, and maybe like like maybe, I don't know, traveling and showing my work, and maybe seeing my work in galleries, like in actual concrete galleries. That will be cool too. I would like that. And maybe just, I don't know, I really have the desire, like, so um so strong to travel with my art. I think I'm see in 5 years I want to see me traveling, and yeah, just showing my work, and evolving and changing my work, and just trying to be, I don't know if better is the word, because it's kind of like, what is better, but
Right.
just keep learning, and I don't know, maybe having new skills, learning new skills. Right now, at the moment, I'm learning to paint. That for me is it's super like another word, like in oil paintings.
Yeah,
And
that's
yeah, I just want to like expand, like not being stuck in one canvas, like, I don't know, murals, um paintings, NFTs, everything.
yeah, definitely. I mean, trying different things and playing with different mediums, I think it
Yeah,
helps you, like, each skill will feed the other skill. Like you know what I mean? Like
yeah, they
it's like a
complement each
feedback
other.
loop. Mm-hmm,
Yeah,
mm-hmm. You always continually learning if you try new stuff, and
yeah,
you'll
yeah.
never get bored. Yeah. Um, oh my God, why can't I say his name? Achenga asks, have you received negative feedback, or even worse, no feedback whatsoever? And I'm going to add to
um,
that question, like, how did you, you know, work with receiving negative feedback? Like, what was your response?
okay. I mean, I think I didn't have negative like feedback, but of course I didn't have feedback at all a lot of times, and that's like that's really sad. Because you are exposing yourself, you are just,
Yeah.
as you said, like just showing your heart and soul with what you're
Yeah.
doing, and it's like really frustrating. But I don't know, just keep doing it, because in just finally I just love doing this, it's something I need to do. I don't know if I love it all the time. Sometimes I hate it, but it's like
Yeah.
part of the process, and I just keep doing it because I don't know. That's what I do.
Yeah, I hear
I think
that.
I think
I
my
would.
answer was really vague. Vague. I don't know how to say. Sorry.
No, no, no. Vague. I don't think that's vague at all. I think it's really normal to, you know, like have this opposing thing happening where you're like, oh, I love to do it, but I also hate it sometimes, and like, uh, you know, yeah. Musashi says, negative feedback feels better than no feedback for me, because at least I get a feel for what someone might like or dislike about my product or service.
Oh
Like
yeah, 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 yeah.
when people
Okay,
say
so
nothing,
yeah, yeah.
it's
I
like, shit.
I I just remembered. But I mean, I didn't classify it as negative feedback. I just classify it in my head like just a good plain criticism, like constructive criticism.
Mm-hmm.
I remember when I uploaded, sometimes I keep you in my mind. It was like really, it was like a really strong image. I don't know if it's that strong, but okay, it was like, um, maybe I can show you.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think
I was
I'm
gonna ask
still
which
sharing.
piece.
Yeah, this one. And I was like having this series of other. This was like a super war of beats that was awesome. But I was like
Nice.
doing this like more cohesive and maybe more clean lines, because
Mm-hmm.
my lines
Mm-hmm.
aren't clean at all. But I just started to experiment with gradients on just like graphite. How do you say graphite?
Yeah.
Like the pencil? Okay,
Graphite. Graphite.
graphite.
Yeah.
And so I was really experimenting. in this piece. And I remember I've shared it with like it's not a collector, it's like a friend, like a virtual friend I made here in the community. And he's like, I mean, his feedback for me is super valuable. And I showed him this piece, and he told me like, okay, I love it, I don't understand this and that, I don't understand why the composition, it's like why do you choose to put this here and not here, and what is this all blank here? And I was like, oh no. I don't know, because I don't know if that happens to you, but sometimes you just draw or you do something, and maybe like in a week later you just realize that it has sense, at least for you, you know. But at the time it's like, I don't know what did I did that, you know. And that was it. It wasn't like negative, but it was like, okay, but why, you know? And I was like, oh my god, I was like speechless. But that was good. I don't know who was saying that negative feedback it's better than no feedback. I completely agree. I think it's like it's really hard to listen to it because it is.
Yeah.
I think. But it's I think it's good because it makes you grow, and it makes you think some things that maybe you just do automatically, and just think how to methodize. I don't know if that's a word. I just invented the word. Like to have a method of work, so that those elements in the composition maybe have sense or meaning, you know. I don't know if I've made like
Yeah. No,
really
that
long
makes sense. No,
Okay.
no. I feel like you know, feedback like that where they say, "Oh, I don't know why you put this here," or "Why is this blank?" You know, this is like, that's just what somebody's personal opinion is. Like,
Yeah.
it's not right or wrong. Like, you created that and it felt good to you to make it look the way you made it look. And there's many other people who will look at that and say, like, oh my God, I love this. And they won't have any opinion that you put this shape over here and not over there, you know?
That's crazy.
Like, I wanted to say that Mylene says that you are so brave, which I agree.
Thank you.
And the Cryptolorian asks, at any point do you say, thanks for the feedback, but I'm going to do what I want for me?
Oh, all the time.
Yeah.
It's
I feel like that was, yeah. Like, it wasn't even negative feedback. It's like, you know, that was just like their opinion on it. And it's like good to hear so that you can say to yourself, okay, like I'm happy with what I did.
It makes me like think about it, and I really appreciate that. But then I end up doing what I want. Like I don't know, maybe that is not good, but I'm just like I don't know. I really like to follow my guts, like my instinct. I can't say it. My guts.
Instinct.
Yeah.
Achatanga asks, is Argentina crypto friendly? Like, has it been easy for you to work in this space and make money?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I think it is. Like, I don't think it's really mainstream at all. Like, well, in the world, I don't think it's like that mainstream. But here in Argentina, it's like really, really underground. But we could like make this group, this collective of artists, and that was like, as you was saying with whale community, CryptoArc was like a really good support, and we always talk about, I don't know, cryptocurrency, and we have like I don't know, ways to, hey, how can I do that? How can I switch this currency to other currency and stuff like that? And I don't know if like at a national level it's easy, because I think it's not really known yet. But we have like a like a home with this community that we help each other, and yeah, that makes it easier. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. It's much harder to do anything on your own, especially creative work, and especially in, I think, in the crypto world, there's just so much going on, so many different projects and collectors and communities within it, that like it's good to have people around to hold your hand, especially, locally too.
Yeah,
That's
I
cool
think
that you have that.
Sorry.
You said you're part of a. It's okay. I'm sorry. I'm excited. You were saying you were part of a collective of Argentinian artists,
Yeah.
NFT artists, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. Please drop the link to their Twitter or their. If they
okay.
have,
Okay.
Yeah, for sure.
Let me search for it.
And like, speaking of NFTs, where else can we buy your art? Is it all on Super Rare?
At the moment, I have everything on Super Rare. But I'm like planning on minting something in known origins, and I'm planning a collaboration with Tierras Raras. She's a painter from Argentina too. She's like part of the collective. I'll just post, like, write the link in the chat group. Let me.
Oh, cool. I see that. Following. Yeah. When is that collaboration materializing?
Oh my god, it's been difficult. It's been difficult because we started planning it like in December, and it was like, I don't know, Christmas, New Year. Then she was on holidays or vacations, or I don't know, on a trip, and I was on a trip, and I was on vacation, and it's been like you see, like those months that everyone is like a little bit chill. and yeah, it's been difficult, but I think in February we are going to start with it. We are planning to post it in async. I don't know, async, it's correct to say async?
Async. I don't know if you want to post a link to that.
Yeah, async is a platform where it's like programmable art. So you have these different layers, and you have a master, and you can buy the master, and you can buy just the layers, and maybe you can switch the layers. It's really cool. It's like amazing.
It sounds
and
cool.
We were like planning to just meet our own styles. She does a lot of painting, and I'm like more of a graphite style. And yeah, we were going to do something like, I don't know, really simple, because we don't know how it works yet. It's like really difficult to understand it, at least for me. But let me put you the link of async. It's so cool. I mean, I don't even know how to.
That sounds. It's like generative art. Like, it's like makes it easy to collaborate, kind of, with other people.
No, I don't think it's like you can collaborate just like that. I think, I mean, I'm being honest. I I don't know a lot about async. I mean, I've been accepted like for I don't know 3 months now, and I haven't had the courage to say, okay, I'm going to do something, because it's so difficult to think about the layers and how
Yeah.
they will interact with other layers, and yeah, I don't know. Sorry.
Yeah. No, no, I'm going to do some of my own exploring of this because it sounds really cool.
Yeah, I
So,
mean,
yeah, and everybody make sure that you're following Helene on Twitter, Instagram, and Super Rare. I'm going to post them again. And also the Crypto Argentina, both their Instagram and their Twitter, so that you know when their collaboration is live.
yes.
And maybe you can get in on it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And do you have anything? Oh, yeah. Wait. I'm sorry. There's a question from at Achtatanga again. Are you open to get in touch with new artists in the space? He said, my sister is from Venezuela and she's being oriented by the Whale Fam, and I would love if she could engage with more artists like yourself.
Yeah, of course. Of
Yeah.
course. I'm super open to
Yay.
that.
That's awesome. Yes. That's what I love about this whole world is there's like a sense that there's room for everybody to grow and help each other out, and that everybody, yeah, everybody has space to just like be themselves and still be successful.
Yeah, it
And-
blows my mind, really. Just
yeah.
being in touch with people from all over the world, that's, I don't know, I love it.
Yes. So wow, that hour went by really fast.
Yeah.
So I can't believe it happened so quickly.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for being so open and honest with us about your process, and talking about your fears. We had some like tough questions today.
Yeah.
I think it's really
Thank
cool
you.
that.
Thank you for having me, and thank you for the space. I think it's amazing to what you're doing with this kind of live streams. And thank you. I'm so excited.
Yes, thanks for being here, and we'd love to have you back. Please feel free to share um, any updates on your work in our off-topic channel here. Yeah, come back and keep us posted about everything that's happening.
Oh, thank you, Heather. I will.
Yeah,
Thank you.
thank you. Yes,
Thank you
it's
so
been a
much.
pleasure. Sure. Bye,
Thanks,
everybody. Have a
everyone.
great day. Bye.
Bye.